All right, I'm going to have a go at the Guardian's weekly Everyman crossword. Let's see what Everyman has for us. One time passcode, that might make sense. A poem. Ooh, could it be maybe from history, some famous passcode? And then the wordplay is that might make sense. And then a poem, a plus a verse. Or maybe it's the title of a poem. Oh, I don't get that. Somewhat upfront. I'm early, not late anyway. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'm wondering if it's some of upfront, maybe up something, I'm early, and then not late anyway. Excuse me, still kicking, still with us. Now, yet, really, knight to take place of queen. Well, that certainly sounds like wordplay at the end. Queen could be R or ER or Q, and then maybe knight is N in chess notation, or KT. Yeah, so I think we have to think of a phrase maybe that means really, and then put in an N, maybe in place of an R. Oh, yet could be even so, and really a very English phraseology. Ever so, I'm ever so humble, Mr. Copperfield. So change the R to an N and you get even so. All right, ill-tempered, also ingratiating, thankfully concise. Ooh, I think it may mean ill-tempered. Also, no, I don't see that. Bird generally dull in appearance. That's rough, as Ozzy tells it. Ooh, could it be Australian slang? I know there's fair dinkum. What's the opposite of fair dinkum? Now, audio kit invariably preceding November's. Well, November is the letter N in the NATO alphabet. So could it be a word that ends in double N with a word for invariably before it? And is it audio kit? No. After outburst anger, Dad served up drinky. That's very strange because certainly after suggests positioning of words and so the wordplay. So then the definition would be drinky, perhaps. Maybe it's a similar kind of slang term for a drinky poo. No, will, weld, insulate, and earth, aeroplane's body. I'm wondering about fuselage as airplane's body. Yes, to weld two things could be to fuse them. Insulate, lagging, that's a great word. I don't think that's used in the US, but the insulation put around a water heater, for example, I think is lagging, right? And then earth, I suppose, can be abbreviated to E. All right, this should be helpful now, having an F at the end of a word. Spouse scratching backside stopped by a ragamuffin. Well, the backside of a word could be the last letter. I immediately, because of the F, think of wife, and you scratch the E, and then it is stopped by A. You put A inside it, and you get a waif. I don't know if waif, is that the same as a ragamuffin? Close enough, I suppose. Ah, thank goodness we get our primarily clue of the week. Primarily trademarked aerobic exercises, boogieing occasionally. Well, the first letters of the other words spell, is it Taibo or Tabo? And I presume that more or less describes it. Raw beside lock because of this under kilt. It's a good one. I like that. It sounds like we're going to put a word for raw. Now, lock, we just saw recently, like lake, can be abbreviated to L. Oh, no, but it could be a famous loch in Scotland, Loch Ness. And then because of this under kilt, I'm thinking nakedness, maybe. Is anything worn under the kilt? No, it's all in perfect working order, that old joke. Yeah, I think if you're in the raw, you're naked. I'm not 100% sure of that, but we'll try it. Overturning favorite sofas, gutted, every man's making a gaff. Yeah, I think it might be making a gaff is the definition. Every man is, oh, it could also be every man has. So either I am. Yeah. MIS. Favorite can be pet. We often see that. Sofa's gutted. Oh, could be just double S. Making a gaff. Can't think of a good verb for that. Bird noticed notice. That's a great clue too. Noticed notice. Well, notice I think is going to be a verb at the end, like see, saw. Yeah, I'm fairly confident about the L there. Anyway, moving on. Fried pig in peanuts, hardly savory. I think maybe we have to anagram pig in peanuts. I think frying is telling us to anagram it. And I presume it's going to be an ing. Word hardly savory. Ooh, unappetizing, I think. Okay. Plan for how to get out. Try flailing with axes. Get it. Well, I immediately think of a phrase, and we've had it in the crossword before, exit strategy, plan for how to get out. Try flailing. Yeah, so I think it's an anagram of try, axes, and get it. All right, let's go back to the downs. Drinking, G and T, in which a little slice, lime, where the powerful are. Well, I presume this is again going to be an ing. Ooh, I'm thinking about Downing Street would be where the powerful are. Yeah, drinking, I think, is downing, but we drop the G. And I think that G and T goes there, in which a little slice. Oh, a little slice is the first letter of slice, the S. And lime question mark is just saying lime is an example of something, and it is an example of a tree. Here's our bird noticed. Ooh, is there something like a... there is a sawbill. So noticed, past tense. And then the last notice is actually something that you might post up on the wall, a bill. Oh, or I suppose a bill you receive would be a notice to pay. Either way, I think. I think the drinky, I'm not sure why it's being defined as drinky, but I think it's aperitif, like the old joke that so-and-so was so stupid they thought aperitif was a set of dentures. Um, so how is that working? Ooh, we have ire backwards. Oh, and pa is dad. Oh, and fit, I think an outburst of anger. Oh no, outburst is fit. Anger is ire. Dad is pa. All of that is served up. And you get your drinky. This was our audio kit, invariably preceding November's. Well, I hope this isn't going to be a repeat of my Alfa Romeo debacle last week. Preceding November's, remember? No, I'm just wondering if audio might be a homophone indicator, but I don't see that. Ooh, no, I am wondering if it is a homophone. No, I was going to say something to do with decks, audio decks, cassette decks, whatever. Oh, turntable decks, and then DEC, but that would be coming after, not preceding November's. So something to do with October's. Halloween? No. And how about our... That's rough as Ozzy tells it. Ooh, a bird. A bird could be a sandpiper. Do we have a little theme? 2 birds so far. Generally dull in appearance. I think rough could be sand. I don't know what the piper. Sandpiper. Oh, it's a homophone for sandpaper in an Aussie accent where the A becomes an I sound. Sandpiper. All right. Let's try Pop Idol, Jack, in trashed hotel, sunny, stripped off. Yeah, I'm wondering if it might be stripped off, or is it a pop idol? Can't think of one. Oh, Elton John. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I think Trashed Hotel is telling us to anagram hotel plus Sunny stripped off without the S and the Y, and then Jack is a J, and I think that gives us 9 letters for Sir Elton. Gathered that man, clumsy fellow, to be given upside down cake. I think it might be gathered is the definition. That man could be he, but then clumsy fellow, oaf, and then is given upside down cake. Oh, clumsy fellow could be Butterfingers, but gathered, like something in, not helped in. No. Did Amy and Ted never stop getting bling? Yeah, I don't get that. Courage, that's not on tap. Well, I think for the surface reading, you have to know that Courage is a brand of beer in the UK, right? Courage, bravery. No, let's do one more down. Clip of broadcast Rally of the Stars. All right. As soon as I read clip of, I thought, oh, maybe we extract some of these words to get a hidden clue. And sure enough, inside broadcast rally, we have astral of the stars. All right, let's go back to the acrosses. Classical city of Greek character wherein I mope about. Well, I mope is 5 letters. I think we're going to anagram that inside a Greek character, which might be pi, and that would give us Pompeii. Fancies new lineaments, scratching head. Yeah, I'm wondering if it is a word for fancies. Yes, so I think notions, you might get some notions in your head. New is N, and then lineaments are lotions, minus the first letter scratching the head. Ooh, ending in an O, I'm thinking this must be an artist. Artist's party, welcoming, concerning amateur archer. Well, a party is often a do, so I think we have a DO around the outside, and that welcomes something written concerning a subject, could be on that subject. Amateur can be A, and the amateur archer is William Tell for Donatello. With no entrance, tenant to go in. Well, a tenant could be a renter, but without the entrance or first letter, then it becomes enter. Loudly plead for Merlin's victim. Well, a merlin is a bird. Yes, and its victim would be its prey, P-R-E-Y, which sounds like P-R-A-Y, which would be to plead, and loudly is telling us to speak it out loud and get a homophone from it. Poor, looking at the letters, I'm thinking down at heel and potentially soul destroying. All right, so if I suppose your heel has been reduced down at heel, then the sole of your shoe might be destroyed. Here's our courage. That's not. Oh, yeah, I don't know. Could be IE. Oh no, it's really just a double definition. Anything at the pub that isn't on tap might be coming out of a bottle, and bottle is slang for courage. All right, this looks like something up, gathered, clumsy fellow to be given upside down. Oh, I wonder if the upside down cake is pudding, which can be abbreviated to pud. We have that turned upside down. So I think it must be HE and then clumsy fellow. Um, a clumsy fellow, I think, could be an ape. And so I think if you gathered, I don't know, nuts or something, maybe you heaped them up. That's Amy and Ted. Never stop. So I was wondering if the definition might somehow be did, but I think with that ending, that's hardly. I think it must be bling and probably an AN or ENCE word, something that means shiny, shininess or shiny things. Where's the wordplay? Oh, I think actually we have did without its ending letter, so never stop. Then Amy, never stop. Then and never stop, and then Ted, Diamante. All right. Ooh, where a housewarming will get you a frosty reception. All right, just a cryptic definition here for an igloo. All right, ill-tempered. Oh, it must be a something and. Oh, I'm thinking concise could be short and sweet. So if you're ill-tempered, you're short. Also is and maybe if you're being ingratiating, you're being sweet to somebody. All right. Ooh, is this a poem? Can I think of a? Let me pause while my coffee is getting cold. I may as well finish it and see if I can remember any poem. Shakespeare's Sister. Ah, well, it was a passcode to get in someplace. I certainly remember as a young lad going to the pantomime Alibaba and all the kids shouting out open sesame. So let's see if we can work out that might makes I think it's an anagram of sense a poem, so it might make the letters of it might make that. All right. Somewhat upfront. Oh, not late. Not late anyway would be on time. It's simply a hidden clue. So somewhat is telling us to look inside the next few words, and we see on time hidden in there. Oh, a gaff must be a misstep. Reading backwards, we have pet for favorite, sofa's gutted SS, and then every man is I'm. All of that is backwards. All right. Ah, yeah, I should have. I don't know why my keyboard turns itself off sometimes. Anyway, audio kit definitely would be mics, and I should have thought in the NATO alphabet what comes before November. So it was like last last week's a little bit, I think. All right, well, glad to get that one done in not a great time, but not too bad. I thought there were some tricky ones in there for the everyman, but let me know what you thought. Anyway, thanks as always for watching and have a great day.